We've got a surprise guest with us in this segment, maybe a little bit in the next, because Sherry Tenpenny is set to arrive the next 10, 15 minutes. Dr. Sherry Tenpenny here in Austin fighting the folks trying to have forced in flu vaccinations. Medical Dr. Sherry Tenpenny coming up later in this hour and into the next hour. I just played clips of Fox News, Fox TV, bragging that they're trying to brainwash people for the global carbon tax. And George Humphrey, who's in my film Fall the Republic, I just saw his car drive up. He lives here in Austin, former city councilman, economist, good friend of mine. He's in Obama Deception and Fall the Republic. He pulled up right as we were going live. I said, why not sit him down for a segment or two? And I said, what do you think of Fall the Republic? And George Humphrey, who's in the film, give us your take on this, and I want your truthful take. What do you think of this film compared to the Obama Deception?
Well, it's hard for me to be totally objective because I'm in it, but I think it's the best thing you've ever done. The Obama Deception was awesome. I think you've had over 6 or 7 million hits on it. I think this is going to be even bigger. It's cleaner. The production values are better. It's right up to date. And, Alex, I am so honored. I am so honored to be your friend, because I consider you one of the top patriots this nation has ever had. I truly...
Well, you're a sweetheart. I consider you a top patriot.
Well, thank you very much, and I accept that wholeheartedly, and we're going to continue to do it because this country is far, far too good to kick it away. And right now, if we, the people who are listening to this right now, if we don't get activated, if we don't help stop this sick care program, if we don't stop this carbon tax, if we don't stop the lies, if we don't stop the increased selling of our jobs to foreign countries, the destruction of our dollar, the bailouts, all of this stuff, it is all preconceived to destroy this wonderful, beautiful republic.
And now there's no longer any doubt. They openly are announcing everywhere the end of America, total carbon tax. They're saying we won't turn the liquidity back on the banks who we gave this fiat power to. It's a bunch of Madoffs and Ken Lay types. In fact, they came up with a plan themselves. If we don't go along with this, they're going to kill the economy. They're already killing the economy. They want zero growth. They want negative growth. They want a monopoly. What is this cap and trade and government takeover of healthcare really about, George?
Well, it's all about a transfer of power. It has nothing to do with taking care of the people of this country. It has nothing to do with honesty. It has nothing to do with health. It is 17% of the economy is going to be transferred to the control of the federal government. It is sick care. It is completely status quo. It is absolutely selling out to big pharma, the hospital corporations, segments of the AMA, and the insurance company.
And here is the Framework Convention on Climate Change, openly admitted that it's world government. And then Ban Ki-moon writes an editorial, the UN Secretary General, it's saying global government, global carbon tax. And then I noticed there must be paid trolls all over my site, all over YouTube, under other names, cutting and pasting that I'm a liar, that Ban Ki-moon didn't write an article. I mean, they're using flat-out lies against us, and I'm now on the White House enemies list, and George Soros has opened fire on me every day in his publications.
Oh, well.
What does that say? It means we can beat them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the thing about it is the truth moves very, very slowly, and lies and innuendo and hate move very quickly. And the lies and innuendo are moving like mad dogs right now. And even though you speak with a very harsh voice at times, is that you speak the truth. And the truth is coming out. And remember 17, 18 years ago when we were talking about this, when we were a handful of about 15 people?
Yeah, I knew you before I even went on local TV. Yeah. When I was running around trying to get Pat Buchanan elected.
Right. And we were down, and 17, 18 years ago, we were down and we would say, the New World Order. And people would get, and now wherever I go, I was just buying some flowers at a local place here, and several people, not one or two, but several people came up and said, aren't you George Humphrey, and weren't you in the Fall of the Republic? And I went, wow, yeah, thanks, that's cool.
So it's been out 2 weeks, and you're already running into people on the street.
Yeah, and these are people I didn't know, and clearly Austin is the center of the positive revolution, the return of...
Isn't that crazy? Because all over the world, mainstream media says we are the center. We are the resistance.
People are moving here in all different forms, whether it's for politics or economics, but there are more and more people who are coming here for their spiritual upliftment too, because as you and I both know, this is not just an economic or a political or a cultural battle. It is a time of spiritual choice. And each and every one of us has to make a decision. Are we going to hold on to the old paradigm of separation consciousness and fear and domination, which is going to take us to total chaos? Or are we going to change our lives to unity consciousness, more love, cooperation, working with others, but also self-sufficiency and bravery and a stiff backbone? That's the new paradigm.
We got a break. I want to come back and talk about the globalist agenda. They're moving on every front right now. They're trying to sew things up. We'll be right back.
We're on the mark.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen, the 11th day of November on this Wednesday edition, 2009. George Humphrey, economist, former Austin City Council member, documentary filmmaker, best-selling author, is in studio with us for another 5 minutes. And I'm going to play a few-minute clip from the intro to my interview with Governor Jesse Ventura as he gave us an exclusive look into his new TV show, Conspiracy Theory, that comes from our perspective to air on True TV. I'm a consultant. I'm in some of the episodes. It's very, very exciting, and it looks like it's going to be a good piece. It premieres December 2nd. We'll also have open phones for Dr. Sherry Tenpenny coming up, but 5 more minutes with George Humphrey since he happened to drop by before we go to that tape, and then we're going to come back live with Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. You were going to finish up because you're an economist.
Yeah.
You're in Fall of the Republic. I should add, everybody needs to get the DVD at Infowars.com. You're authorized to make copies for not-for-sale purposes. I have to say that, or people then take it and say it's their right to sell it and I can't sell it. We even had that happen on Amazon and places, and then they get mad. We're only going to sell your stuff. You can't sell your own stuff. The point is, we also need your support. So again, Infowars.com, the online video bookstore shopping cart, or call toll-free to get Fall of the Republic. You can get it in a combo pack with Reflections and Warnings, which is really good, with the late, great Aaron Russo. The last video interview he did, it's a documentary, incredible revelations. You can get that free while supplies last, because we're running out of them. This printing of them I have. You can get it free with Fall of the Republic today. Look for that combo special at Infowars.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. That's 888-253-3139. Going back to George Humphrey. George, you got 5 minutes, and it's great to have you pop in. I want to have you as a guest the next few weeks now that you're back in Austin. You're always jet-setting around the globe, which is bad for your carbon footprint. They're saying carbon credits, carbon rationing. You'll have to get government authorization to be able to fly. That's openly being announced. People are really waking up now because this is all happening. But as an economist, I have the health care bill. I've read the subsections here, the close to 2,000. It's 1,960-something pages. It says 5 years in prison, $250,000 fine if you don't buy insurance. So forget just taking, and they take 2.5 to 5%, depending on your pay grade. 2.5 to 5% is taken out of your check. This is in the bill, and for the uninsured, and you're forced to buy insurance. So this is a massive new tax to the bankers. As an economist who's predicted everything that's happening right now, a top economist and a successful businessman, what will this health care plan really do?
Well, first of all, it hasn't passed the Senate, and I'm sure there's going to be huge changes. But as it stands now, Pelosi's bill, according to one of the top guys I talked to, he's neither Democrat or Republican. He says that for a family of 4 making $100,000, it's going to cost that family $20,000 a year as the bill stands right now. Now, that's impossible. A family of 4, even though $100,000 is a lot of money, family of 4, when they pay their mortgage, when they pay their car payments, when they pay their gas and electric and their phone, and they send Johnny and Susie to school and they go to the Starbucks, they don't have anything left. As a matter of fact, starting about 7 years ago, the first time in the history of America, the average family in the United States is now spending more and has more debt than they have assets. $20,000 as the bill stands right now. Now, clearly, the Senate's going to change this thing, and it's going to get moved around. But the people of this country have to understand this is a status quo sick care bill. It supports big pharma. It supports the hospital corporations. It supports segments of the AMA and of the insurance company. Does it support you and me? No.
Now, let me be clear here, just to add a point. Dennis Kucinich came out 2 weeks ago, wrote an editorial, gave a speech, and it was titled, Healthcare Bill is a Bailout to Insurance Companies. Yeah. And then he wrote another editorial Monday titled Why I Voted Against the Bill. And he's a socialist, but I respect him because he'll speak out against government-sponsored terror. He's a good man. I disagree with his political system and his ideas on economics, but I really respect Dennis because he's the real deal.
Yeah, I know.
And he said, look, this isn't socialism. You know, when Newsweek says we're all socialists, now, bull, the insurance companies, in fact, I have the Wall Street Journal right here,